Sorry, so there's 18 of you there.
Correct, yes.
Nice, nice. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know, Kavitesh, do you want to kick off and then we'll get
Yeah,
started?
welcome everyone. I'm Kavitesh. I'm the relationship and account manager for Sub-Saharan Africa. And the point of contact here in South Africa, I'm based actually now in Durban. Um, yeah, Tanya reached out to me and she wanted to have like a walkthrough through the system with the existing subscriptions and basically the products that Netcare has with us. There were a few other journals and ebooks that were subscribed to in the past, but I think for budget reasons last year they were not renewed. But yeah, I'm the point of contact here for Sub-Saharan Africa. So if anybody needs anything, I'll pop my email address in the chat. You're welcome to reach out to me. And yeah, my colleague on the line is Taria. She's based out in the UK, and she's going to walk us through what this Ovid system looks like, how to find or how to navigate through a few tabs, or and if you have any questions, stop us anytime, and we'll be happy to help and answer.
Mhm.
So yeah, Taria.
Excellent. I see there's somebody waiting in the lobby. If you could
Yeah,
please,
I'm
Kavitesh,
admitting.
keep an eye on the chat
Yeah,
if there's
I'm doing.
anything. When I share my screen, I might not see it. So, okay. So we've got about 50 minutes now. It probably won't take even that long. We'll see. Depending on questions, there's loads of time to have a look at questions. If there's any, if anything's unclear, let us know. My name is Daria. I normally look after the Nordic region. I'm a senior customer success consultant. I do trainings. I also look after Turkey, Israel, and South Africa. And yeah, I was invited today to talk to you about your Ovid resources. I don't have a clear idea how you students actually access the resources. If you have an intranet, if there's website you go to, or however it works. But I'm sure somebody on maybe Ashley, maybe you can point everybody to the right direction there. So what I've done, I haven't got any slides, fortunately. I'm just going to hop into the live platform, show you what there is available. We've also got a new new platform called OvidGO, which is basically your one-stop shop for anything Ovid related in terms of training, your self-studies. If you want to have a look at how to run a search on the Ovid platform, it's best place to go to. So what I'll do, I'm going to reshare my screen. If you can just confirm that you can
Yeah, I
see
can
I'm
see it.
on the. Okay, so I've actually logged in here with the. I'm just going to turn my camera off because I think my connection's struggling a little bit when I share my screen. So
Yeah, I'll turn mine
uh,
off as well. Save the
yeah,
balance.
okay, yeah, okay. So we've come to the first page. Sometimes when you access journals directly, you might have a direct link to the actual journal table of contents. But if you land on this page, this is your kind of first view you get. You've got different resources, you've got journals and also books here. So that's all you have on the Ovid platform at the moment. So what you can do is you can either select the journals here. So this is the kind of sort of database segment of journals. So clicking on the hyperlink here, you can also, if you go back, you can also put a little tick in the box here. You can search books and journals at the same time. So Ovid as a platform, we basically, we are medical publishers, so we publish books and journals, medical and academic, but we also aggregate content for other providers, other publishers. So this is your Ovid research platform. If we start with the journals, I'm going to put a little tick in here, click continue. And this is your search page. If you just want to search with keywords in the journals database, you don't have to go to the top tab, the blue tab on the top here. This always stays the same. So you can jump into the journal listings or the book listings from here. And I'll show you what the My Workspace area contains shortly. You can actually save your searches. You can create permanent searches. You can create auto alerts it's not applicable really for journals and books because you've got journal archives, so there's no new content added in the journals or books. So, you know, you can maybe save references there, so that might come handy in that sense. So here your first view is your actual search page. You've also got on the top right hand corner, you've got your My account. When I'll show you how to create your own Workspace account, you can go there directly when you have your account. You've also got support and training section here, and you've got your help. So help is it's basically an interactive help section. So depending where you are in the search page here, if you click on the help, it will open in that particular section. You can just go how to get started, how you search resources. There's different sections about search modes on Ovid interface. A couple of things about advanced searches. You can use truncation. You know, you can use Boolean operators with advanced search as well. But I'm just going to do a quick overview. I think it's best if we start with the basic search. So this search mode opens as default. You can basically formulate your search question just by using natural language. So you don't have to worry about anything, any specific terms, anything specialized language here. You just type in your search question. You can use one keyword. So I would recommend just when you get used to the interface, use the basic search here. You type in your topic, your question, your search word, whichever. Include related terms is useful when you start formulating your search question because it will actually expand the search results set. So algorithm will think of anything relevant to your search word, your search term, your search question. So this is also selected by default, but if you don't want it, you can also just by clicking on it, deactivate it. So let's just go with the diabetes, quick, simple search word, and then we can click search here. Any information button that you see, basic search hint, for example, you can get a couple of useful tips here. And you also have a database field guide on the left-hand side. So here you can see information about the journal's database. There's also journals at Ovid here. You can see which fields are indexed in the journal's database and what those fields include. So let's click on search, see what happens and what kind of results we get. Now, search history here, it is open by default. You can also, by using this little up arrow here, you can minimize it, but I personally like to have it showing. It will display, I think it's 4 search lines at any time. If there's more than 4, there will be an expand button on the right hand side so you can see all your search lines. And here we see what we've searched, whether we've included the limited related terms here, how many results, what type of search it was. You've also got a couple of options here. You can save the search here. If you want to add a little annotation, click on the speech bubble, add your comment if you save it, and then add. So you can see there's an annotation added here. Now, let's have a look at the search results. So each database has, depending on how it's indexed, it has a different set of limits. So when you come down to narrowing down your search, you can use limits here. But let's have a look at the actual references first. So journals, this is because this it does include the journals that you have. So wherever you see a PDF link is the full text article. So this is the PDF. On the left-hand side, you've got your search information box, what you searched, whether it's included any related terms here. So it's included other than diabetes here as well. How many results? By default, basic search uses relevancy ranking. So you can see the stars here. It's kind of basically looking your search terms and how many times those terms exist in a reference. So that's how it's ranked. So you get the most relevant records first. It doesn't necessarily mean the most recently added. Advanced search, if you run it on that, it will include the most recently added records. Our basic search is just fine if you're only searching the journals database here. And you can also filter by relevance. If you only want 5-star results, you can open the years, current. Well, current, I think the latest issues come to 2018 because it's only archives. So there's no journals that are published this year, for example. Now, the actual... Is there a question? Okay. Right, let me just close that one now as well. Okay, so having a look at the actual reference, you see the title. They're always hyperlinked, so you can click on the link directly. You can see the unique accession number. On the right-hand side, you've also got a couple of links here. So if you want to have a look at the complete reference here, for example, what the relevance ranking is, who the author, institution, any institutions that the authors are affiliated with, what is the source, which journal does this reference come from, the volume, issue, pagination, and when it was published. The abstract is here, and you can also see whatever's highlighted matches my search term. Any keywords you can find, you can use the keywords also for searching. So keywords are something the author has actually added, tagged in the article, so it can be found easily. And also any references here. There might be some URLs, some hyperlinks here. You can go to different reference and see the source. And then finally here, what language it is, what document type it is, and just a little bit of information about the reference itself. But also here you can see a tool set on the right hand side. You've got a full text article. So let's click on the PDF link. It opens in my browser, and you can download, you can print it, you can email jumpstarts. So jumpstarts are what we call as the direct links to this article. So if I click on the jumpstart here, if you want to share this with a colleague or one of your whoever you want to send it, of course it depends on the person would have to have access to Ovid. So this is the actual URL. It goes to the full text article, and then you can directly email it to whoever you want to. Okay, now the actual article here, typical sort of PDF browser side PDF tools. You can zoom in, zoom out. You can have the pages showing as well. So this is how it looks like here. Okay, let's go back to search results. You can also browse to the next result here if you just want to browse through like that. But there's actually a really easy way to have a look at it. If you don't want to go to complete reference, have a look at the abstract, just quickly scan, is this article actually worth reading? You can click on the Ovid full text link here on the right hand side. So this is the same full text article, but in HTML. So it doesn't open as a PDF. So if we open Ovid full text is always the full text article here. So this is what you see. All the journals, the 47 are full text journals that are available in the top blue bar here. So this is your full text article in HTML, and the HTML versions have a really handy thing. So remember the toolkit here. If you go to the complete reference, you've got tools. You can open the PDF here. You can get to the complete reference. There's a link to cite it, email Jumpstart, email PDF Jumpstart, save or email the article text. You can export images directly to PowerPoint if there are any images. And the outline here is really handy. So you can just quickly scan, okay, I wanted to go to exclusion criteria here, search strategy, for example, study selection. You can jump directly there. So you can quickly scan if you're short on time. You just quickly scan the outline of the article. Is this relevant to you? And finally here on the bottom, you've got your image gallery. If you select these, here you can select to export them to PowerPoint. So it opens as a PowerPoint file. Finally, I've managed to shoehorn the PowerPoint here. Look, there we go. So opened as a PowerPoint. And this one you can just save. It's fine to use these if you want to use this for your thesis, your study material, by all means. It will have the Wolter Kluwer logo here, copyright notice, and also information here. So this should be included if you do want to use this for any educational material. Okay. Now let's go back. I'm going to jump to the top. Let's go back to search results. So it's basically just a question of going to the search page. You can run your search. If you want to save, change your search mode to advanced search, you notice here if I enter another search, let's see if we get anything with spinal stenosis, for example. Only 2 results, very specific. If you want to combine search lines, basic search is not actually designed for that. It's more for the natural language processing type of query. You know, your natural language. You ask a question. I don't want to use the word Google here, but it often springs to mind. But it's much more sophisticated than that. Now, if we go and if we wanted to say combine these, if I select all, you see the Boolean operator buttons are deactivated, so you can't actually use these. So they are. This is on purpose. So you're not meant to use Boolean and or not operators with basic search. So let's deselect, and we're going to change to advanced search here. Now, let's try again. Diabetes. There is no mesh terminology. There's no specific thesaurus or tree available for the journals database, so you don't have to worry about anything specific. So you can search by keyword, author title, or journal. So let's search, see what happens. And because I didn't specify the fields I'm running this term in, it uses the .mp search, which stands for multipurpose, and it actually does list all the database fields it is searching this terms in. So you can see the fields here. So title, abstract, full text, and caption text. So we get a lot more results here. And here you don't see the reference ranking anymore because it's only available in basic search, but whatever's most relevant article that's been added into the database last will be shown first. And you still see your search information here, what you've searched, how many results. You've got filtering options on the left-hand side, and you've got your links. You've got your PDF, your full text link here. So if we go to full text here again, and you can still see the nice outline here. Let's go back to the top and back to the search page. Now, I want to stay in the advanced search for one more search. I searched for spinal stenosis in advanced. So let's see what happens. I'm not specifying a field. If you want to do that, you can use search fields. But let's see, we've got 2 basic searches, same, 2 advanced. So if I select lines 3 and 4, ta-da, I can and or these. You can use not Boolean operator. And if you want more information about the Boolean operators, any kind of truncation, wildcard, go to the help section, top right-hand corner here, and we can actually go, if we select a search mode, we go to advanced search techniques here. So this includes information about truncation and wildcards. Ovid only supports right-hand truncation. So you have to enter the wildcard or truncation after the word. Okay, so that's a good information place. So that's how you can combine these lines. If I click on and, I get a really nice, only 9. I don't want to go through 3,824 results. I get 9. So this would be relevant like this. And now you can see the expand here. I've actually got 5 lines, so it shows 4 at a time. That's also normal. Now, if I wanted to save this search, I mentioned my workspace earlier. I've also got my account. I'm not logged in here into my own personal account mode. I don't think I've got one here. So if I wanted to save all of these, I select. I can also save individual lines if I want to, but let's select everything, go to save. And now it's tuning me, log into your personal account. Fine. If I have one, I can log in here, or if I don't have one, I can create account here. So I basically just give it a name. There should not be any spaces in the account ID. You give it a name, you enter your password, enter your email address, and then your name. You will need to accept the privacy policy here. You can actually see it if you want to read through it. Privacy policies here, what information is collected, what's been, what is it used for, how long is it being kept. So selecting that box, and I create my account. Now you can see it's changed. So I'm logged in my own personal account now. So let's go back. If I wanted to, let's save again. I can give it a name, add a comment, and then permanent is selected by default. Auto alerts, as I said, can also be created, but because there's nothing new being added to this database, there's actually, you would never get any alerts. So we can just create a permanent search and click on save. It's now saved. And now when we go to my workspace, I can first see my project. I've also got my searches and alerts. So if you have a nice 25-line search you want to run again, this is where you need to come to. And then here's where you see your search. You can mark them as favorites and then get them quickly in the view. If you want to run it, when you log into your workspace, select the journals, for example, go to your workspace, just put a little tick here, and then you run it. And it executes your search that you've said before. And here we are. And because I had 5 lines already, it's just added in here. I'm just going to go and mute here quickly. Hold on, there's a bit of background noise. Here we go. Okay, now, are there any questions at the moment? I'm hoping this is fairly clear what we're looking at. If not, let's move on. So we had a look at the my workspace here. If you have, if you come across to a really nice reference that you want to keep for later reading, say, for example, let's take 2, 3, 4 of these. So I want to keep these in my workspace for later reading. If I don't have time right now, I just select them here, and then you see a different kind of tool set here. You can print, email, you can export by using EndNote Reference Manager. You can select your format here if you want to just export these citations into whichever destination you want here, Word, PDF, Excel, etc. Let's cancel that. Here's your My Projects view. And because I'm logged into my workspace now, I don't have to worry about logging in again. So clicking on My Projects, I can create a new project because I didn't have anything there. Give it a name, a bit of description if I want to, and I add these 4 items there. I can close this window or go to my project. So next time I'm logged in to my personal account, I go to my project folder here. So you can see the 3 main tabs here. The relevant ones, the My eTalks are here. eTalks are the kind of electronic table of contents alerts. Again, not relevant because there's no new issues of journals being added in this database for Netcare. But here I can see the folder I've just, or the project I've just created, how many items I've got here. So these will stay here for as long as I keep them there. If I want to remove anything, I select one and click on remove. And here again, you can print, email, or you can do an export as well. So you've got your full text article link. Open in browser again. You can see the article outline of the pages here on the left-hand side. You can close that. And this is your full text article here. Okay, let's go back to my project. And again, if I want to rerun this search, however many searches, I can have 50 here. I can just go and select them and run. And also managing if you want to copy a search, if you want to delete one, you just do it through here. Okay, now keeping an eye on the time, we've got 25 minutes. I just want to quickly jump to the blue bar here on the top. So journals is always here available in the top bar. So this is your actual full text journal library. We've got 47 full text journals here. You can see the years covered. This is archival content because there's no recent ones. But you can type in a journal name here if you want to search by journal title. Also filter by title if you want to go alphabetically, jump to J, for example. If we, whichever we want to select. Filter by subject. Whatever's covered, whatever's hyperlinked is available, and it also shows how many titles are included in this subject. So nursing, for example, you can drill further down into, I don't know, fundamentals of nursing, issues and trends in nursing, etc. So any subjects are covered in here. And if you want to enter any in favorites, you just click on my favorites here, and then you can see your favorites here. If you want to remove it, just remove it from the view. Okay, now looking at a title, you see the actual name of the journal, ISSN, what is the coverage, how many issues are available, and these are all archives here. So let's go to the journal itself. Very simple. You can search by keyword in all of these issues, or by using the drop down you can search by keyword in this particular issue of Journal of Trauma Nursing, and you can see what the volume, issue, pages, when was it published. It's a bit older, 2017, but that's fine. Journal information is here, and on the left hand side this is your journal issue list, so you can just quickly jump from one issue to another. And this is always shown here. If you want to go further back, you can just click on the arrow and select your issue. So it's like your online library here. And everything is full text. You go to the article level. You can jump directly into the article. You can go to PDF full text here. Again, opens in the browser. And you can download or print from here. I'm not actually sure what this. Okay, so you can get a 2-page view as well, so you can kind of expand your view like that. And then it always shows like a little cookie crumb trail here if you want to go back to this issue, back to the journal. So let's go here. And if you want to add individual articles, you always have your My Projects link here. You can either add to an existing project or create a new one, however you want to do. So I created one. I'm just going to add these articles there, and then I can go to my projects and view them there or close the window here. And these also have the HTML link. Let's go to Ovid full text again. And we can see the toolkit on the right hand side. You've got your PDF link, your complete reference, and your article outline. I really like this. There's images as well, so you can export from here. Okay. It does also include the complete reference on this level, unique accession number that you can also make a note of. You can search this by adding the accession number in the search page .an. So this is your complete reference here. Very straightforward. Okay. Similar thing with books. Let's move on to the books in the blue bar. Here you've got 147 books alphabetically listed by default. It's shown everything. You can drill down by letter. You can also have a look at the subject. So if there's anything specific that you want to have a look here. These are all hyperlinked, so you can go directly. Rehabilitation and sport, physical medicine, for example. 3 books here. And you can either go, if we went, actually, let's find something else. Let's have a look at 5-minute clinical consult. So I can either click on this hyperlink. The new book reader is much nicer on the eye. So let's have a first view of this one. So this is kind of old view. This still works fine. You can see the table of contents on the left-hand side. You can expand different sections, go directly into a specific section. It depends, these are figures, so these ones you can also just expand and then go back. But let's go one step back, and I wanted to show you the new book reader. So I would definitely use the new book reader. It's got more options, it's nicer looking, but both work. So you can also add this in my project as a citation. So let's go to new book reader. You'll see it opens in a different tab, and the URL changes slightly as well. So OCE stands for Ovid Content Experience. But this will open your ebook view, and your first page of the book here, title. You got arrows on the top, so you could just basically read it as a book. But on the left-hand side, if you go, let me just refresh. I think it's kind of got stuck a little bit now. I don't know what's happening with my connection, but there we go. Should just quickly load again. There we go. So we get to the front page. On the left-hand side menu, so this includes various options. If I can click on them, I don't seem to be. Let me go back and select another one. I don't know why it's running so slowly. It's probably my browser at this time. But let's try another one. So you can see a different toolkit on the left-hand side. So you've got table of contents, search option, site, sharing, bookmarks, notes, and highlights. So let's open the a table of contents here, your front of book. You can just narrow down if you want to go to a different section of the book. It's basically pretty straightforward, like you would read a book. So we select basics under abdominal pain and fever, and this is your book page here. Searching here, you can search by keyword, citing. It shows you how you would cite this particular chapter. If you want to copy, you can export it as RIS file. So chapter citation, you select the format if you wish, and also book citation. So basically you can just copy this, and if you're writing a paper, you can just cite easily like that. Sharing here, similar way, link to the chapter, link to book, quick link, copy, link to chapter, copy, link to book. You also got PDF download. It will prepare the PDF for you, and then it will give you a PDF of this chapter. So we're in abdominal pain and fever. And again, because it's browser side tools, you can download or you can print the chapter as a PDF here. I've also got PowerPoint download. If there are any figures and tables in a chapter, you see them there. Bookmarks. I thought I was actually logged in, but let's log in again and see if it lets me in. And in. And now I'm logged into my personal account, so I can add bookmarks if I want to, which will be shown on the left-hand side. So bookmarks here. There's one I added earlier. If I remove that one, you've also got highlights, any notes you might want to add. Actually, let's go to table of contents and I'll find something interesting. Let's go to microorganisms, and let's go to this section here. If I want to highlight anything, click on the little pen, and then you can start highlighting here. And then select your color if I want to highlight it in pink. It will show like that. And also if I want to add any notes, I can do them from here. Or if I highlight, I can also add a note here. Like that. And there we go. That is pretty much all there is. There's a couple of other settings you can modify in the book view. So clicking on the little page settings button here, you can increase your text size, alignment, change the font, line spacing, also mode if you want sepia mode, day mode or night mode. Any margins. If you want the scroll view, you can also disable that. So your scrolling will move to the middle of the page. So you're kind of flipping the pages here now. Okay. And that is really about it. Pretty straightforward. Again, you can see my highlighting here. You can see my note if you want to do this. But you need to create your personal account for this purpose here. Okay. Given that we got 14 minutes left, how are we doing? Is there any questions? Anything in the chat? Doesn't look like.
Yeah, I don't see anything in the chat.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, well, really cool to highlight and add notes. I mean, that's become very user friendly, and also flipping the pages the other way. That's really cool.
It's nice, yeah. Although there's no mobile app for Ovid interface as such, because it's not designed to be used as an app, because it's for kind of for some deeper research, basically. If you do access this through a mobile device, say you've got an iPad or another tablet, it is mobile optimized. So if you go through the browser, it will adjust to the screen size. Mobile phone the screen might be a bit too small, but you know, iPad will be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, so we've had a look at this quickly. Support and training here. I wanted to show you the OvidGO. I've actually got it open here, but let's go and have a look at supporting and training. So this is a hyperlink in the very top of the page. Let's click on that and we get to our tools and resources portal. Now, the section here I wanted to highlight is OvidGO, and you can see a nice new thing here. Let's go have a look at OvidGO. So this is our latest customer success portal. You can find pre-made searches. You can watch videos. So all of your menu options are here on the left-hand side. Focus searches here are not that relevant because there's no databases available in Ovid. But if you want, you can have a look at this. There's ready-made focus searches for Medline and Embase, for example, PsycInfo. There is journals at Ovid one, so you can actually have a look at this one here. So let's view bit of background about the search, COVID and mental health in journals at Ovid. You can see when it was created, by who, our Ovid training team, how many visits, bit of background, and what the actual search strategy is here. Now, if you want to copy the strategy here, it copies it to the clipboard, and let's see how it comes up. So this is your strategy. So you could just copy these here, or if you want to launch with one click, you then log in. You know, if you logged in already, I'm going to log into my own account here. It executes the search. So you don't have to do anything. You just click a button and this is your COVID and mental health ready-made search for you. I'm just going to leave it to run the search actually here. Let's go back to OvidGO. Yeah, you can have a look at categories here. There's different databases that you don't yet have access to anyway. Let's go to the home page, and skills videos are really good. They also exist here in the top bar. You can search by keyword if there's any tags added, you know, what's trending. You can, if you have nothing else to do on a Friday night, you can just quickly come here and have a look at what are Boolean operators and, just basics. You've got essentials, so pathways, introduction, getting started, etc. And the database essentials are basically the blue videos, blue tiled ones. So these are specific to, say, Medline, Embase, and Scikit-Info at the moment. So more content will be added here. There's also a top bar here. You've got focus searches, so you can just have a look at this, any fact sheet, for example, any promotional material. And Ovid coaching here, you can send a request for coaching if you want a one-to-one session into your details, any topics, anything else, and it will send a request to our training team. Okay, but this is a really nice, it kind of cuts through the noise because there's a lot of resources available everywhere. If you want something really specific of it related, this is how we'll come to. Okay. And I think that is about it. There is also other things here in the Tools and Resources portal. So we'll go to training. Let's have a look at the different section of videos. So you've got the introduction to Ovid basically here. So you can have a look at these videos. They're slightly longer. Introduction to Ovid, about basic search, how you download chapters, multi-field search, etc. Intermediate, advanced, and anything resource specific. There's loads of databases here. So I think there is one about journals here. So journals at Ovid, there's 3 of them available here. I think there's also one about books at Ovid, under 6 minutes, so that's all right. Okay. But that's really about all I wanted to show you. There was another thing I didn't actually touch on. So we did go, I'm just going to go to the search page quickly before I forget. Now we had these searches we've run, depending on the database. So what's available for journals, you can limit down your search further. So what's shown here is just a publication year by default. If you want to have a look at the additional limits, if you edit limits here, it always depends on the database. So journals, because it's pretty simple indexation on the database level, there aren't too many limits available, but you can actually select these limits here. You can take all of them if you want. Click on customize, and you've got more limiting options here. So if you want to narrow down to a specific publication year, for example, any journal subsets, publication types, different types of article, any star ranking always applies to basic search only, and also year published year. So you've got a couple of limits here. Also, not forgetting the search information box on the left-hand side. So we've got different filtering options here. You can go to specific year range, for example. It's jumping a little bit. You can add it here, or you can have a look at a specific journal, or also publication type here. So it all depends how you want to search the information. So given that this is the journals database, if you want to also use this to search the books at Ovid database, just simply click on change and select books here. If you want to run the same search that we see here in the background, we go clockwise if you follow my mouse, and I run the search. If I want to wipe the search history, I click on continue. But let's see what happens if I run search here. If anything happens at all, I don't know. So let's see, let's try again. I think it's, okay, no, it's doing something. So it's actually going to run my search here on the books at Ovid database. And again, I see 4 lines. I can expand on the right-hand side. And this is the books database results look like. So you can see the chapter directly here. You can go to the new book reader. So everything's, the navigation is nicely linked everywhere. So if you go to new book reader here, get a new tab, and I get directly into that specific book. And the chapter. There we go. Okay. And that is really about it. I'm just trying to think if I'm forgetting anything. If you want to, with Ovid, depending on, of course, what databases and resources are available, you can search in 2 or more at the same time. So all you do is click on change, and you can select all of these if you want to. So again, go clockwise, follow my mouse, click on search, and we run the same search in both books and journals databases. Takes a little moment. So here we go. And this is slightly different here. So if we look at the search history, let's expand. Now, because we've searched both books and journals, you can see a little down arrow. So you see there's a lot of results. There's over 1 million here, for example. Let's have a look at diabetes. If I click on the down arrow, I can see the breakdown, how many references as a result in each of them. So this is a total, and this is the breakdown. So 7,000 in books and so on. So that's how you do both of them. And also, if you want to quickly, if you come up with a really nice search strategy, you wanted to share that with one of your colleagues, your student mates, click on share search history. So here, you copy search history link. And if I then go, looking at this doesn't really tell me anything, but if I copy this, I am going to go open a new tab. It will ask me to log in. Of course, this will assume the person who uses the link has access to these resources. So it will now execute the search again for me. Really easy. I don't have to worry about typing the search lines. At the moment, it doesn't really look like much. It's just executing the search now. There's 11 lines, so it might, I don't know, judging by the speed my machine is running today, it might take a while. So, but that's basically how easy it is to share your search history with a colleague. Okay, I've spoken too much again. We've got 2 minutes left if there's any questions.
I see there's a guy, I think a person named JT asked, well, this will be posted anyway. The recording will be shared by Ashley, so everyone that's on the call will be able to have the copy of the recording.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to stop sharing my screen now. Yeah, unless there's any other questions. I'm really pleased to see you all are here in such good numbers. It's always nice to have a lot of people on the line. So very good.
Student.
Yeah,
no questions from our side. Thank you very much. We do appreciate it.
Oh, you're most welcome.
excellent.
And actually, just to add, if there's anything, anything that you want to ask, or in terms of additional resource that you may think you may need, or you want a demo on, or even a trial, please reach out to me and let's see what we can do for you.
Perfect. We will do. Thank you so much.
All right. Well, thanks everyone. Thank you, Taria, for your time as well.
Thank you.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
we hope everything goes well for the rest of the year, and reach out to us again if you need anything.
Cheers.
Okay, cheers. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.